Go and open your closet, and somewhere in the back, you will find a black t-shirt that has faded to a dusty gray and a favorite sweater covered in hundreds of tiny little fuzzballs. You are not going to wear them, and you are not going to throw them out either, because that means wasting money. So they just sit there taking up space. Japanese households do not have this problem, and it is not because they own better washing machines or buy more expensive clothes. It is the complete opposite. Their washing machines are smaller than American ones with less power, and yet somehow their clothes look brand new for years. The reason is 10 Japanese laundry habits that Americans break every single week. And most Americans are breaking at least half of them without knowing they exist in the first place. Learn them and you stop throwing money away every time you empty the laundry basket. The first habit I will show you is the one you break before you even turn the machine on. And it is why half of what comes out of your dryer is aging twice as fast as it should. And number 9 is an old Japanese habit that actually prevents your dark clothes from turning gray, which sounds impossible until you see why it works. The first Japanese laundry habit Americans break is treating the washing machine like a garbage disposal for clothes, as if stuffing more inside saves time and energy. In a Japanese home, the washing machine sits at around 70% capacity, deliberately underfilled, so that water and clothes can move freely and create gentle friction. In an American house, it goes the other way, where the drum is crammed to the absolute lid after a long week of ignoring the hamper. Your clothes are not getting as clean as you think they are. A washing machine cleans by pushing soapy water through the fibers of your clothes. If you have built a solid wall of denim and cotton, the water simply goes around the outside of the mass. The dirt in the center stays trapped, while the clothes on the outside edge are ground relentlessly against the plastic drum. Every time you run a stuffed machine, the agitator has to violently twist the fabric to move it, which is why the collar on your favorite shirt looks like bacon. The Japanese logic is that a washing machine is a water circulation device, so if the clothes inside cannot swim, they cannot shed dirt. Pick one laundry basket tonight. Fill the machine until you can still comfortably fit your entire arm into the top of the drum. If you cannot reach the bottom without moving clothes, you are doing damage. The next habit is the one that decides whether your elastic waistbands actually survive the year. The second Japanese laundry habit Americans break is treating hot water like the ultimate cleaning tool. In a Japanese home, the water temperature is highly controlled. Many households pump leftover bath water directly into the washing machine, which sits at around 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It is perfectly warm enough to activate detergent enzymes, but cool enough to leave fibers intact. In an American house, the dial is cranked to heavy-duty hot for everything from gym clothes to bed sheets. The water hitting your clothes is regularly exceeding 130 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the exact temperature where the spandex in your activewear and the elastic in your underwear begin to physically melt. Meanwhile, the hot water is permanently baking protein stains like sweat and blood directly into the cotton. The expensive athletic wear you bought last year that now sags in the wrong places did not wear out from you running in it. Your washing machine boiled it to death, and you paid $90 for the privilege. The Japanese logic is that heat is a destructive chemical reaction, not a universal cleaner. Move your temperature dial to cold or warm for 90% of your loads. Save the scalding hot water exclusively for heavily soiled towels and nothing else. Now, temperature is what melts your clothes. The next habit is what physical violence does to them, and it is the single biggest reason your sweaters look cheap after 1 month. The third Japanese laundry habit Americans break is letting clothes fight each other inside the drum. Japanese home cooks and homemakers use specific mesh bags called Sentaku nets for almost everything they wash. Sweaters go in a large net. Underwear goes in a structured net. Shirts with buttons go in a flat net. In an American house, you get one massive pile dumped straight from the hamper. The jeans with heavy brass zippers are tumbling right next to the delicate knit sweater. The problem is friction. Cotton and wool fibers are like microscopic ropes. When a heavy, wet jean zipper grates against a soft wool sweater, for 45 minutes, it acts like sandpaper. It snaps the microscopic fibers. Those broken fibers curl up into themselves and form the tiny pills you spend hours trying to pick off. The sweater you brought home smooth and soft on Sunday and pushed to the back of the closet covered in fuzz on Thursday did not pill because it was cheap. Your jeans shredded it, and your lack of protection let it happen. The Japanese logic is that washing is a contact sport and your clothes need armor. Buy a 5-pack of laundry nets. Put any knitwear, any undergarments, and anything with a delicate print inside a net before it goes into the drum. That is how you protect clothes in the water. The next habit is about what happens when you take them out. The fourth Japanese laundry habit Americans break is trusting the tumble dryer for absolutely everything. In a Japanese home, the tumble dryer is rarely used. Clothes are hung outside on balconies to dry in the breeze, a practice known as Tenpiboshi. In an American house, everything goes from the washer straight into the dryer, which is basically a rotating oven. The lint you clean out of the dryer screen after every single cycle is not magical dust. It is the physical material of your clothing being beaten and burned off the fabric. Lab testing shows that tumble drying causes micro-cracking in manufactured fibers and forces woven threads to violently snap back to their shortest possible length. That is why your jeans are suddenly 2 inches too short. The Japanese logic is that the dryer is an aging machine. Drying clothes over a rack or a line lets the water evaporate without violently stripping away the fabric. Take your t-shirts and your jeans and hang them over a simple wire drying rack. Let the air do the work, and your clothes will literally hold onto their fabric for twice as long. If these first few habits are already changing how you look at your laundry room, check the link in the description for a complete guide on organizing your home. Now, the dryer is pulling your clothes apart, but the next habit is rotting them from the inside. The fifth Japanese laundry habit Americans break is drowning their clothes in detergent. Japanese households use precise, minimal measurements of highly concentrated soap. In an American house, the liquid laundry cup is filled right to the absolute top line, or 2 plastic pods are tossed in just to be safe. You have been trained by commercials to believe more soap equals cleaner clothes. The problem is rinsing. When you use 3 ounces of thick liquid soap in a modern high-efficiency machine, there is simply not enough water to wash the soap away. That leftover detergent coats the fibers of your clothes in a sticky film. Every time you wear the shirt, that sticky film traps dead skin cells and sweat. The dark, damp environment feeds bacteria. That sour, musty smell on your gym clothes that never washes out is not because you sweat too much. It is because you essentially glazed your clothes in a bacteria buffet. The Japanese logic is that soap only works if it can leave the fabric. Stop using the cup that came with the bottle. Pour exactly 2 tablespoons of liquid detergent directly into the dispenser for a normal load. No more. The next habit changes how your clothes handle the sun. The sixth Japanese laundry habit Americans break is assuming all clothes want daylight. While Japanese households love line drying, they practice Hayaboshi, or shade drying, for specific items. Dark shirts, dark jeans, and bright colors are dried inside out or hung strictly in the shade. In an American house, the few things that do get hung up are blasted by direct sunlight through a window. The reason is ultraviolet light. UV is a natural bleach. It actively breaks down the chemical bonds in modern textile dyes. A black shirt left in the direct sun for an afternoon will lose 10% of its color saturation. The shirt that faded to gray did not fade in the wash. It faded because the sun bleached the dye right out of the cotton. The Japanese logic is that sunlight is a tool to sanitize whites, not a blanket treatment for colors. Keep your white towels and sheets in the bright light. Hang your darks in the shade or turn them completely inside out before they see the sun. That is what the sun does to the dye. The next habit is what gravity does to the fabric. The seventh Japanese laundry habit Americans break is letting the dryer iron their clothes. Japanese homemakers perform a specific physical snap of the wet garment before they hang it. They hold the shoulders of the wet shirt and snap it sharply downward, then smooth the seams flat with their hands. In an American house, you let the clothes sit in a tangled, damp pile in a basket before throwing them in the dryer to blast the wrinkles out. When cotton is wet, the internal hydrogen bonds in the fabric are loose. If you let a shirt sit crumpled, those bonds lock into place as it dries. The Japanese logic is that you must set the shape of the clothing while the bonds are relaxed. Snap your wet shirts hard one time before you hang them to dry. Run your index finger and thumb down the front button placket to press it flat. You will cut your ironing time to 0. The next habit is the single biggest reason you are exhausted by laundry. The 8th Japanese laundry habit Americans break is washing clothes that are not dirty. Japanese culture respects the concept of airing things out. A sweater worn over a base layer is hung up near a window to breathe and is worn 4 or 5 times before seeing water. In an American house, a sweater worn for 2 hours at a desk job is thrown directly into the hamper. Every trip through the washing machine shaves weeks off the lifespan of a garment. You are repeatedly subjecting clean fabric to chemical detergents and mechanical stress just because it touched your body for an afternoon. The Japanese logic is that washing is a reset button, and you should not push it unless the system crashed. If a shirt does not smell and has no stains, hang it back up outside the closet for 12 hours to breathe, then put it away. The next habit is about the machine itself. The 9th Japanese laundry habit Americans break is suffocating their own washing machine. Japanese households always leave the lid or door of the washing machine completely open when not in use and run dedicated tub cleaning cycles monthly. In an American house, the front load door is pushed firmly shut the moment the clothes come out. Your washing machine is a dark, sealed metal box that is constantly wet. Shutting the door creates the perfect terrarium for black mold. That mold grows on the outer drum where you cannot see it. And every time you wash a load, millions of mold spores are pounded into the fibers of your clothing. The Japanese logic is that a machine that cleans must also be clean. Leave the door of your machine wide open tonight. The final habit is the one that inverts everything the rest of this video has been about. The 10th Japanese laundry habit Americans break is storing clothes like a stack of pancakes. Japanese organization relies on vertical folding. Shirts and pants are folded into compact rectangles and stood upright next to each other in the drawer like files in a cabinet. American households run in the opposite direction. You fold a shirt flat and place it on top of another until you have a tower. Gravity is pulling the weight of 10 shirts down onto the one at the bottom. That weight crushes the fibers and sets permanent hard creases. Furthermore, when you want the shirt at the bottom, you destroy the entire stack, pulling it out. The Japanese logic is that your clothes should not have to carry each other. Take one drawer tonight and fold the shirts so they stand up. You will see every shirt at a glance, and you will stop ruining the bottom half of your wardrobe. Ask yourself 3 simple questions tonight. Can you see every shirt in your drawer at a glance? Are your darks fading too fast? And are you using more than 2 tablespoons of soap? Fix these, and your clothes will outlast you. Let me know in the comments which habit surprised you most.